So good evening. I'm making this video to pay homage to a wonderful shoe company called Zoot Sports. A woman by the name of Crystal Nyland, who lived in Kona, noticed that the athletes competing in Ironman needed something more functional to race in. Zoot Sports began making performance apparel that catered to the elite athletes competing in the emerging sport of triathlon. In other words, a solution to avoid having to use transition as changing areas. She started innovating in 1983. She created her company's first triathlon suit. 1985, they opened their first store. If you ever go to their website, they actually have the hand draw, I would say pencil outline of the store on the t-shirts, and you can purchase it. I'm not on the page, I can see the price right now. So Zoot moved from Kona, Hawaii to San Francisco. San Francisco, Huntington Beach. There's a couple of places in California where the triathlon thrives even today. By 98, they moved to San Francisco. So that's a 13 years of labor on the island. And I keep telling folks, most people expect things to just blow up in one day, but it took 13 years for them to get to San Francisco. Pretty much broaden their reach to the mainland, I guess is one way to say it. In 2001, Natasha Badman wins Kona wearing an all-white Zoot race kit. And then in 2002, Zoot creates Simlink Stitch, a revolutionary design to reduce chafing and improve comfort. And in 2003, Zoot moves to San Diego, the triathlon mecca. So 2005, Zoot launches wetsuits that quickly become recognized for speed, comfort, and flexibility. Right around 83, in fact, in 2003, 2004, people were still using wetsuits to run to transition from swimming to the bike. Some of them would just take off the top, tie it around their waist, get on the bike and go. And then, but with the innovations that we're making right around 2005, 2006, they made suits that actually were more comfortable, where you could take it off or you could use it for both. So Sam McGlone becomes 70.3 world champion wearing Zoot race kit. 2007, Zoot earns a United States patent for our innovative design of an integrated pad cushion in triathlon sports. Zoot launches Team Zoot, creating a new standard for brand ambassador teams. Because we all know about the Nike run team, we all know about the Brooks run team, but this is an actual team that was sponsored by, I would say, a small to medium-sized company, which is pretty impressive. So Zoot develops first triathlon-specific footwear with a carbon plate and easy entry. Now that is the TT shoe. I believe that was what it was called back then. Zoot introduces seamless body contoured muscle specific compression technology in 2009. 2011, Javier Gomez wins Olympic medal wearing Zoot footwear. So they go from one triathlon to the 70.3 championship to the Olympics. Pretty amazing. Zoot athlete Kelly Williamson places seconds at the 70.3 Ironman World Championships. 2013 Ultra Race 4.0 marks the debut of the Zoot BOA shoe, the first of its kind. And the BOA system is the system, I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody has their system of like speed lacing. BOA system is the one that you turn and then all of the lacing, all the loops just kind of, it's a pretty cool looking thing. So anyway, Zoot athlete Ben Hoffman is runner-up in the 2014 Ironman World Championships. 2015, Zoot partners with Ironman to become the official apparel sponsor 2015 to 2017. Zoot acquires Squadra Cycling, the manufacturing facility to quickly build world-class custom products for teams and clubs. I know Squadra. That's why I made that face. I know Squadra. Honestly, I would have thought Squadra would be the one acquiring Zoot, but it was the other way around. So even almost 30 years later, the team is really breaking ground, doing great things. Folks, keep on the grind. I keep saying the secret to business: open your door the next day. Zoot professional athlete in 2020. Zoot professional athlete Paula Findlay wins first $1 million race at Challenge Daytona. Ooh, woo. That was just 3 years ago. Hey, Paula. Zoot athlete in 2021. Zoot athlete Sika Henry. Zoot athlete made history by becoming the first African American to earn professional status in the sport of triathlon. Zoot athlete Sam Long placed second at the Ironman 70.3 in 2021. In 2021, same year, Zoot designs race gear for the inaugural PTO Collins Cup. I'm not sure about that. I have not. Okay, so it says inaugural. So yeah, okay, yeah. I'm allowed not to know it because. And then in 2022, Zoot unveils the Ultra P1 race suit, setting a benchmark in the triathlon racing apparel. In 2022, Zoot emerged victorious at Ironman 140.6 and 70.3 World Championship, claiming the top spot in both events. My goodness. That was 2022. 2022, Zoot partners with USA Triathlon as his official high-performance cycling partner. Zoot becomes the official triathlon apparel sponsor for USA Triathlon, providing elite and age group athletes with competition-focused clothing. Zoot celebrates 40 years in triathlon. That is 2023. So this year, they're still expanding and making a lot of progress. So as for the shoes, it looks like it looks like they're shutting down the shoe division, and they're either getting rid of it or making it smaller or something. Because when I go to the website, their flagship shoe, the TT, is pretty much. It looks like it's just closeout sizes left, but about 4 years ago, I had purchased some of the Zoot shoes because, like I said, I was interested in the triathlon. Not 4 years ago, but earlier. But I wanted to see how much their product had improved. So I purchased pretty much 3 of the shoes that they had available at the time. This one is the Zoot Laguna. This one is the Zoot Del Mar. And this one is the Zoot Diego. Now, the reason why I purchased all 3 was because, as you know, there's different kinds of runs and you need different kind of tools for those runs. Now, when I saw this online, I wasn't sure about the specifications. So when I purchased it, I kind of figured it would be a good neutral daily trainer. And it turned out that that's exactly what it is. The Zoot Laguna is the daily trainer of the bunch. Truth be told, compared to today's standards, it's probably like a speed day tempo shoe. Then the Diego is the max cushioning neutral max cushioning shoe. I skipped the Del Mar simply because the Del Mar is the stability shoe of the bunch. Now, what I liked about the shoe, like I said, for the Laguna, what I liked the most about it was that it had a lot of ground contact. The upper material feels excellent. The heel counter, if you look at it, my goodness. The material used in the heel or in the lining of the shoe is bar none one of the best I've ever worn. Skechers, I think, is the only other shoe company that I had seen use such plush material. It feels a little bit like silk, or at least a combination of silk and something else, but mostly silk. It is such a slick design. Even the tongue has some of that silk on it. Now, the tongue covers the front of your foot so that the laces are not rubbing against it, so you don't get any rubbing. I'm here talking about the material in the heel. There's plenty of material in the heel to keep your foot in place. And then there's the plastic exterior as a heel counter for the heel. It goes all the way to the midfoot, which means when you pull, and I like that this one has this, this loop in the middle of the foot there, so that when you pull tight, it's not only pulling from the sides, but it's pulling from the front also. The lockdown on this shoe is excellent. The only problem is, unfortunately, in 2023, the foam is not the same. The foam feels very stiff, but you should expect that from a 5-year-old shoe. I mean, so I ran in the Nova Blast 37 a year after it was released, and I had purchased it from the outlet from the. I had purchased it in the clearance store. When I purchased it from the clearance store, it felt very stiff. But then a friend of mine gifted me one of his, which he had kept indoors, in a box, in a room, all the other stuff, and it felt totally different. So, like I said, the Laguna may have had, the foam may have been different, but by the time I got to it, unfortunately, the foam is very stiff. I had tried breaking it in, I had gone on 3 runs. And they were not long runs, it was 5 miles per. But honestly, it felt like it was unyielding, so I pretty much just stopped running in it. But it has a lot of great things that you see in shoes today. Like, look at how much exposure of the foam there is. You see this in shoes like Saucony, who, they put the rubber in strategic places so that the shoe can be lightweight. I did not weigh this shoe. I'll wait in a minute. But overall, it was a decent shoe, a really good attempt at a daily trainer. Like I said, the lockdown, the upper material, heel counter, you can tell that they knew what they were doing. The toe counter also, they knew what they were doing. I would say it's even lighter than the Brooks. It's lighter than a lot of the Brooks shoes that I've run in, even though the material is, like I say, high quality. In my world, Brooks and Mizuno make some of the best uppers. So, yeah, the upper is better than the Inspire, because I've run in the Inspire, and I've run in the Wave Rider, and I would say it's comparable to the Wave Rider. But by today's standards, it probably is not, because I'm not running the Wave Rider that was released just recently. So anyway, that is the Laguna. Like I said, unfortunately at this time, I would say it's... let me just put it simply. I've run in the Kinvara, I've run in the Pegasus 40, I've run in... I've run in the Vomero. So the Laguna kind of is out of the picture, unfortunately. In fact, I've run in the Nusa Tri too. So anyway, and then this was their max cushioning shoe. If you can see, there's not much cushioning here either. It's dual foam. The orange part is a little softer than the white part, just a little bit. And as you can see, it's dual foam in the heel, dual foam in the midsole. Dual foam in the heel, dual foam in the midsole. Actually, it's pretty much all of the midsole. And I think they kind of took a cue from the Kayano line from Asics. But unfortunately, like I said, they have such little give. It's almost impossible to even enjoy it. A max cushioning shoe. Honestly, it has no give at all. Like I said, maybe by the time I had received it, it had already passed its prime. So it's not the shoe's fault. It really is just the timing. But otherwise, the upper material, like I said, excellent quality material. Everything is placed strategically to optimize the shoe. Even these details, I don't know what they call them, overlays maybe. They're not heavy. They're really thinly placed on the material. It was a well thought out shoe. Heel counter, you can see the plastic. This one is even more sturdy than the other shoe. A lot of cushioning in the heel, so it was not going to cause a problem. No rubbing because of the tongue. Also, like I said, that little thing right there, that loop right there, that pull. It was a well thought out shoe. It really was. It's just like I said, the foam over time has just... I want to say it's time. I don't think that this is the foam that they used originally. And then that look good shoe. I actually enjoy running in the Del Mar. It also is a dual foam, has dual foams, but it's a lot softer than the other two, which is the reason why I kind of say I wish I had got it when it first came out, because it's, even till today, it's a lot softer than the other two. Excuse me. Even today, it's a lot softer than the other two shoes. It does, unlike the others that have the plastic around the heel, this one does not have the plastic around the heel, but it does have a more firm heel counter. I would say it's probably a plastic cup in the heel for the heel counter. The toe counter or the toe guard is also, well, it's overlaid. It's not real, it's not a big plastic thing. It seemed like it's just plastic laid over it, over the synthetic material that's used in the upper material. The laces, as you can see, they're I don't know what to call this thing, honestly, but this will keep it from ripping over time. And also it makes it very sturdy. I wish you could feel the material here. It's a well thought out shoe. I'm looking at the material over here, and it reminds me of the Triumph 4. I just received it in the mail, by the way, so I'm not going to pretend like I already knew what the Triumph 4 looks or feels like, but it reminds me of the Triumph 4, which I just took out and I did my first impressions on that shoe. I really like this shoe. It's very bouncy. As you can see, they have generous amounts of rubber in the outsole. The torsion control on this is solid. When I bought it, I thought it said it had a carbon plate in it, but it's just a carbon infused foam, so it's not carbon plated shoe. None of them are actually. None of them are carbon plated shoe. Yeah, all of them are stiff. No torsion control on 1000 on all three. So, as I mentioned, I just wanted to pay tribute to the company. The company is still around and going strong, still thriving. They still make really, really cool triathlon outfits. And if you're into the triathlon, or even if you want a wetsuit or a bathing suit or something like that, their company is a really good company. You can tell that they're the cutting edge of innovation, especially in the triathlon space. And like I said, if all you're looking for is even a wetsuit for the ocean, or well, I won't say for, well, do your research. You know what you like, you know what you want, and you can decide. But they have a lot of great apparel on their website. They have good designs. Like I said, I think they're discontinuing their shoe division, and because they're doing so, I'm actually giving the shoes away. I'm taking them to a veteran's home, and hopefully a veteran can enjoy them. There's plenty of life left in these shoes. As you can see, there's plenty of life left in these shoes. If we can focus, yeah, I got it. And there's plenty of life left in these shoes, but and maybe they can put more. They can put enough miles in it to soften them up. But unfortunately, as a person who pretty much every run counts, I have to make sure that my feet are almost always fresh. And I think that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching. Very important. Remember, let's not forget the legends, right? Zoot, Zoot, Zoot. Gosh, that's so goofy. So I think that's all I've got. And thank you for watching. Take care.